Alright, hello everybody. Today I'll be playing this DemiDato monster dating game show that is, well, a monster dating visual novel. Oh, and I forgot the phone, but let's not mind that. Give me a second to go silence it. Okay, well, hello. Yeah, it is a Halloween special. There will be a Halloween special tomorrow too. But anyway, let's get started right off the bat, I guess. Now these are things. Alright. Oh, this game has pretty groovy music, by the way. And just because I can walk through walls doesn't mean it's okay to lock me in my dressing room. The first time I was willing to believe it was an accident, but should I move like to the other side because I'm kinda blocking the text? Maybe this will be better. And what? Oh, you're live, I guess. Oh, very funny. I haven't been alive since. Oh, I'm live. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another exciting episode of DemiDato. I'm your host, Paul D. Geist. We have an amazing lineup of diverse contestants for you tonight. From the down to earth Tanuki. And that is just a plain, like, what is it? It is a raccoon, I guess. Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to be here tonight. Tabitha. Oh, this is very furry. To the rough and tough kitsune. Oh, that is a fox guy, I guess. Finn. Oh, that spotlight hurts my eyes. Oh dear. Who wrote this intro? A bunch of charmers indeed. But only one lucky monster will win the affections of the one, the only. Okay, listen, kid. I lost my notes. What's your name again? Oh, let's make it me, I guess. Let me move a little bit so you so you can kinda see the main character. But I'm afraid I'll have to block the main character because there is no room otherwise. Sure, my name is Mary, and my pronouns are she, her. The one and only Mary. Check out her hot androgynous body and her stunning taste in pajama pants. Look, I'm sorry, but you haven't given me much to work with here. What do you mean? The hair, the outfit, it's hard to pinpoint anything distinctive about you. I thought I was supposed to dress like this, And they are not pajama pants, they are leggings. Oh, I do have leggings too. Right, whatever. Give it up for the pantsless wonder, everybody. Now, for those of you who have been living in a cave or something and haven't seen the show before, Benji, excuse me, but I live in a cave and it's very nice there. And I do have a TV. Okay, if you have been living in the middle of the jungle, hey, if you have been living in the previous century, that's you guys then. I think that one might apply to Dimitri. You know what I mean. If you have been out of touch with pop culture, Tianren, you could have just said that directly. I hate my job. I hate my job. I hate my job. Here's how the show works. Our star hero will have several opportunities throughout the night to impress and get to know our 12 contestants and find out which of them is her dream date. But she's not the only one who has to make decisions. If one of our contestants turns off their light, that means they have decided that Mari is not the one for them, and they'll be returning next week to try again. Now, let's get dating. Mari, are you ready to start searching for your soulmate? Yeah, I guess. Then let's start with the big question, a very important question. The question that might break some hearts before Cupid even gets a chance to intervene. Yeah, well, I guess they are voting like themselves out of the island, so to speak. Like, it's a good model though. Like, there is consent, like you don't have to date me, like if you don't think I'm a good fit, basically. I mean, I'd rather he didn't intervene at all, but sometimes he insists on it, and apparently the producers can't just ban him from the building. Anyway, without further ado, what are you looking for? This is kind of over dramatic. In a relationship, what am I looking for in a relationship? I think this might decide who I get to date in the rest of the show. I'm like this kind of girl, I guess. I'm ready to settle down with a steady partner. Like, this is fine too, I guess, but I guess this is me. At this point in life, I'm looking for a pretty serious relationship. I have finished college, I'm getting my career started, and I have some pretty clear goals for the future. I just need someone to share that future with me. Does that mean you're thinking about marriage and kids, Mari? I don't know about the kids part, like maybe if it's like mushroom kids, then yeah, maybe. Well, I'm not totally sure about kids yet. I'll see how things work out. But I'm definitely ready for a long-term partner. Hey, if you have got a serious grown-up job and all, does that mean you wanna keep living in the same place for a long time? Yeah, that's the plan. I'm pretty happy with where I am now. Whoop. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for right now. I wanna spend some time traveling the world and stuff, but good luck with that. Whoop. As expected, the first of our contestants has turned off her light to show that she is withdrawing her interest in the lovely Mary. But that is pretty quick. Let's see what the rest of the contestants have to say about her relationship goals. I too would like some sort of reprieve from the responsibilities of everyday life, at least temporarily. Time, that is just a rabbit, I guess. I would rather not commit to a life of work and routine at the moment. I'm not really an indoors person, so I want to go on adventures too. Sorry. Oh, do I have like any girls left then? I have a question for you. You said you're committed to staying where you're living right now. Pretty much, unless my job ends up sending me somewhere else. And how close do you live to the ocean? Not very. I could visit. I'm hoping to find someone who is adventurous enough to join me in my world, or at least meet me halfway. I guess I'll have to try again another time. Well, this choice ruled out quite a bit. Don't worry me now. There are plenty of other fish in the sea. Please don't call me a fish, it's not very nice. I have a question too, Nya. You sound like you really like your job. Well, it's hard to say like which character I like the best so far, like the I don't remember if it was a harpy or something, but like that was one that I was eyeing for, but she immediately rejected me, so that's a nope. And the bunny, well, it is kind of furry, but like bearable in that sense, but she is also a nope, so I guess a lot of the girls are gone. This is a girl, I guess. It's kinda hard to tell with the furry aesthetic. Do you work a lot, yeah? I guess I work pretty hard, yeah. I want to make sure I make a good impression since I'm just starting out. But when do you relax, yeah? Oh, I relax, don't worry. I sleep in on the weekends. Only on the weekends, but that's when all the conventions are on. I want to sleep in on weekdays and have time for fun things. I think I need a partner who will do that with me, yeah? Jan. Oh, which one of these? It's really hard, hard to even tell the gender, but well, Jan, yeah, that sounds boring. Well, I guess I don't need to know then. Anyone else want to elaborate on the reasons for rejecting Marie? Anyone? Don't be shy. I didn't know like it would be this hard to be like a responsible citizen. Like yeah, maybe I'm boring in real life too, but is that such a bad thing? I think we are good now, but thanks for that, Geist. Hey, just checking. That first question tends to weed out a lot of the competition. Well, As long as no one else has any concerns about Mary's suitability as a romantic prospect. Seriously, no one. I guess we can move on to the next stage. It's time for the talent show. This better be good. Mari now has the chance to solve a special skill for our potential love interests here. Will she wow them with stunning performance, or will she mess up terribly? It's interesting that the incubus guy didn't reject me in the beginning. I would imagine that would have been the thing, but I guess not. Imagine the embarrassment if she made a catastrophic error in front of these hot dates, as well as our studio audience. That would be terrible. Oh, that is called good content. Surely, no ghostly host would ever wish for such a thing to happen, to break the mind-numbing tedium of filming this show every day. Can we just start the talent section already? But of course, now, keeping in mind that rules of the competition, magic tricks are banned because of the possibility that you could have actual supernatural powers, etc. What is your greatest talent? Well, you already know this, guys, but when I was preparing for the show tonight, I had a hard time deciding which talent to perform. Not to sound like I'm calling myself super talented or anything, but now that I'm done with school and I have a pretty regular work schedule, I have been dedicating some time to picking up new hobbies. Mostly, I have been practicing my cooking and dancing, so I knew I wanted to show what I have learned in one of those areas tonight, but it was hard to decide which one. Dancing, I watched a moving picture about dancing once, and it seemed like quite a risky pastime. You don't do that kind of suggestive dancing, do you? Though nothing too crazy, but I have taken classes in a few different styles, and sometimes you have to dance with a partner and really work on displaying some chemistry, you know? It's part of the artistry. I'm not sure I like the sound of that. You're comfortable pretending to have chemistry with these strangers in your dance classes. They are not total strangers, but yeah, I don't really mind it. It can be fun. It sounds like you and I have very different comfort zones and about such things, which make me worry that we'll have too many other differences as well. Forgive me, but I shall have to withdraw from this competition. Well, are you done? Is he done talking? Okay, good. I wanna ask about that other talent you said you had, cooking. You like cooking? Yeah? Boring. Cooking is a hobby for old people. Well, I guess I'm old people then. I do like cooking in real life too. Kinda. But more like baking, but it's kinda the same. Don't you often visit my house and ask me to make you lunch, finicky? Well, you're older than me, aren't you? Besides, I like your food. I never cook for myself except when I'm out of money to order pizza anyway. But finicky, I have seen you cooking delicacies at home by yourself. No, you didn't. I'd never do that. Stop it, Tappy. So you only order pizza then? That doesn't sound very healthy. And now you're trying to tell me how to live my life, Marie. Get out of my face. Oh, that doesn't matter. Sorry, I didn't mean. Well, whatever. Looks like we have had another 2 rejections, bringing us down to just 4 monsters remaining. Anyone else want to air their grievances before we begin the talent section? Now the question is like, are there any girls left at all? Like, I have scared like the girls away by liking dancing and cooking and being like a responsible citizen, so... Well... How about you, Erin? I'm actually kind of surprised that you'd be interested in a long-term relationship like Marie wants. Yeah, that's what I thought too after looking at the character sheets. I'm actually intrigued. I may have a bit of a reputation for playing the field, but I'd love to see how a different kind of experience goes. Settling down sounds copacetic to meet you, Uncle Chase. How about you, Jaren? Oh, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I really want to find someone I can proudly bring home to meet my family. Well, I guess like she is like pretty much the only choice left. And you, Benji. Why did you call me Benji? Ah, isn't that your name? No, my name is Ben. That's what I wrote on the form and everything, but for some reason everywhere I go people call me Benji. Sorry about that then. You just kind of look like a Benji. Maybe it's because you're small and cute. I'm not cute. I may be a little below average size for a dragon, but I'm still just as scary. Sure you are. My mistake. Anyway, are you interested in a serious relationship? Ben. Of course. I have my own house, my own treasure hoard, and I'm ready to settle in with someone. Most dragons get a pretty strong pull to settle down and roost in one place once we are fully grown. Which I am. Yeah, sure. Right, got it. And none of you have any problems with Marie enjoying cooking or dancing either. Well, hopefully your opinions don't change once you see her attempts at demonstrating that talent. Hey, anyway, why don't you tell the audience which one of those talents you ended up choosing? Well, I guess I'm saving because, like, it is game over if we don't get the last girl. Well, let's try cooking. I decided I'd like to show off my cooking. Well, I hope those here on stage who still have functioning digestive systems enjoy the meal. What will it be? Like the remaining girl is like I don't know, probably something that eats vegetables. So veggie stir fry. Today I'm going to make a vegetarian stir fry with mushrooms and watered chestnuts. By the way, mushrooms aren't like vegetables, mushrooms are mushrooms. Alright, I'll just set up the cooking supplies we borrowed from the show in the next studio over, and you'll be good to go. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Can you teach me the recipe? Yeah, I know, I kinda knew, like this is like a, I don't know, goat? Or like a deer. Something like that. Sure, why don't you help me make it? The first thing we need to do, once the wok is heated up, is add the broccoli and a tablespoon of water. I'll chop up the broccoli. Sounds good. We'll stir fry the broccoli for about a minute and then add in our mushrooms, watered chestnuts, and other vegetables and spices. These mushrooms are by no means like made out of like living, like thinking mushrooms or anything. Alright, the spices, here you go. Thanks, guys. You guys really did a great job setting this up. We couldn't have done it without our friends next door at All-Star Cooking Challenge. So where people probably cook things. I don't know because I have never actually watched it, but I think that's a safe bet. Now that our vegetables are getting nice and crisp, we'll add some soy sauce and a little bit of cornstarch. I got the soy sauce. Oops, put a little too much in. Oh, it's usually fine, like you will get flavor at least. That's probably fine, soy sauce is good. It is. Mix it all up and fry it for another minute or two, and it will be time to serve it over rice. Oh, were we supposed to be cooking rice too? I thought we had the rice already in advance, actually. Right, I knew I was forgetting something. Well, that doesn't matter. We can just try a spoonful of the stir fry as it is. Why don't you try it first, Jaren? It is really good. I'm glad you like it. Who else wants some? Me? I don't want to eat something with just vegetables and some nicely cooked beef. Add some nicely cooked beef and I'll think about it, but thanks for offering. But the dragon didn't bail out still, but it doesn't matter. Yes, thanks for that display of what my producers tell me I have to refer to as a talent, Marie. Unfortunately for us, it's now time for a word from our sponsors. DemiDato will be right back. Kinitos for that monster craving. Some cool slime flavor. And we are back with more DemiDato. Now that we have all learned a little bit about you and your interest, Marie, it's time to hear from your potential partners. First, let's learn a bit about their friends and family. Oh, pick me, I want to go first. Alright, Benji, why don't you tell us about your friends? I told you it's Ben, not Benji. And I have so many friends who live in the village near my cave. We always play hide and seek. As soon as they see me coming down the hill to visit them, they start running around and looking for the best places to hide. I don't know if that's hide and seek. And when I find them, I always show them that I have been practicing my fire breathing and getting even better than last time. And they compliment me by screaming about how scary it is. And then they go look for another hiding place. Yeah. These people are your friends, you say? Of course, we have so much fun together, and they are so supportive of my fire breathing practice. Sometimes I accidentally burn their houses a little bit, but they never get mad at me or anything. Sure. They just keep on playing hide and seek. It's our favorite game. Oh, and Sharon is my friend too, of course. I am. Yeah, because we always have so much fun at my favorite event of the year. The big supernatural creatures, New Year's party. Really, I can't say Sharon strikes me as the partying type. I'm not usually, but my brother insists we go to represent our family. Sharon is shy, so she is always sitting quietly by herself and not dancing. I'm not shy, I just don't like big big crowds or... So I always get her to dance with me, it's so fun. Yes, she doesn't like dancing and you force her to dance. It can be kind of fun, I guess, but it's also embarrassing. I don't want people to see my bad dancing. A good thing we didn't choose dancing then. She's so serious. She needs to lighten up a bit. I do not. And what about your family, Ben? Oh, they are great too. I don't get to see them very often because big caves for dragons to live in are hard to find, so we are scattered all over the country. But we always have a good time when we get together for holidays and trade some of our best treasures. Alright, thanks for sharing. Any questions before we move on, Mari? Well, my question is like, what are like the good qualities of this person, like apart from the like naive? I guess he's like cheerful or something, but like, if you want somebody who will like track you to hide and seek, he's not even like the kind of person who goes on adventures, I guess. So like, what is the value? Ah yeah, what's this thing? What's this about living in a cave? Right? I always forget how weird that sounds to humans. It's really not what you're picturing at all. A house might be a rock formation in the side of a cliff, but it's really very well insulated and decorated. It's just a traditional place for dragons to live, and we need a lot of space for our gold. Your gold? Dragons naturally like to collect gold and treasures, of course. I don't like to brag, but I'm starting to build up a pretty big hoard. I hope you like shiny things too, Mari. Well, actually I don't like shiny things that much. Like only to the extent that you actually live like some kind of bearable life, but beyond that, not really. I do appreciate them, but I'm not sure I'd want my whole house filled with piles of gold. Oh, it's so much fun, you'll see. Jaren, how would you describe your social life aside from your annual dance with the dragon? I do not dance annually, and I do not, I'm not sure I would say I have a social life. I like to spend as much time as possible working and improving myself. Kinda relatable. Like, I don't really have that much of a social life either. Like sometimes I go play board games with people, and well, sometimes I play online, I guess. But kinda relatable. You mean you don't have any other friends? You must be so lonely. I'm not lonely. I have relatives and colleagues I enjoy speaking with and respect very much. Well, I guess it's like easier than like when you have like a job with other people around. When you're like a solo game developer or something, like I guess other solo jobs would be like writer or like probably artists and musicians unless it's like a band. But like if you're doing like your job solo, then it can be quite a bit more lonely. But we wouldn't, for instance, watch a movie together or go out to a bar or anything like that. Yeah, I don't understand going to bars either. Watching movies I kinda understand, but I have trouble choosing movies. Watching anime, I do understand. Who are you closest to among your relatives then? I admire my older brother, Chinguo. He's a skilled public speaker and very well respected in our community. In fact, he was the one who told me I should go on this show. Otherwise, I wouldn't waste my time with things like dating. Well, we'll have to go for her. Like there aren't other girls left. Like maybe still warm up a little bit for the dating thing, but well, like the starting dating part, like that is a chore for sure. Like when you get like the thing established, then it's more fun. But trying to find dates like that is kinda annoying. Is that why your brother told you to come here because you can't get a date? I'm sure I could get a date if I tried, I just don't usually. I'm not sure I really know how, to be honest. Yeah, I kinda don't know either, like, there are like dating apps and stuff, but I tried them once and it was a total disaster. Like I got like one match and like that was like somebody who was looking for friends and not dates, so well. And like it was like almost all the people were like red flags in some way in the profile already. Like basically I think like the profile, like some of the profiles saying like I'm an ass and deal with it. But Chenga reminded me that finding a respectable spouse and carrying on our family name is an important part of our duty. So you just want to settle down with the first person you meet who's not a total loser and have a bunch of kids. That's putting it very simplistically, and I suspect you're intentionally being condescending. But basically, yeah, yes. I do hope to meet someone with the right quality soon, and when we start our lives together, as long as my family likes them. Well, I guess she is not too difficult of a partner, at least, in a sense. What are the right qualities? It's nothing too specific. I just want someone who's smart, dedicated to their career, and respectful of their family and mine. Well, I hope that sounds attainable for tonight's star or any other future contestants who may get the chance to win Jianren's heart. Well, it should be doable. It got to be doable because otherwise it's game over. Now, tell us about your friends and family, Dimitri. Well, it's about time, my dudes. I thought we were never going to get to me. But for your information, old boy, only total pills call me Dmitri. All my friends call me Dmi. No, Dmitri, no one calls you that. Yes, you have been trying to make that stick for 50 years now. Give it a rest. It's a weird nickname. Is it supposed to be one syllable or two? It's like it's somewhere in between. I also highly doubt you have enough friends to be able to say that all your friends call you anything. No need to be a wet blanket, Father Time. I'll have you know I'm a big cheese down at the local juice point. Are you calling me Father Time? What's that even supposed to mean? It means you're old news Finsucker. Like your uncle's jalopy. What? I'm old? Aren't you one of 200 years old too? 1 or 200 years old too? But I'm hip to the kids, and the way they beat their gums these days, that's the difference between you and me. Yeah, sure. You do realize you're talking like it's the 1920s, right? With the occasional misplaced word from another decade thrown in. Yeah, so the 1920s were the cats meow. And they weren't that long ago, so shows how much you know. Yeah, 100 years here or there. I can't tell if you're seriously confused about what year it is, or if you're just intentionally saying nonsense to contradict me. Alright, how about we cut this argument short and ask to me here another question. On your profile, you listed your pronouns as too old, don't care. Would you like to elaborate on what you mean by that? Absolutely, old boy. Well, the cake eater here is right that I was human a century or two ago. And back then I definitely considered myself to be a man. But it's been a long time since then, and I have changed and learned so much that I don't feel like I'm the same fella I once was. And I have seen ideas about how men and women are supposed to act change so much over time that I can't even keep track of it anymore. Am I more like one or the other, or both or neither? I don't know from nothing, and I don't know if it matters. I just want to get ossified at the speakeasy and have a good time, so don't be a fire extinguisher, bro. Yeah. Well, I guess like if somebody likes a funny guy, then this guy is the best bet, I guess. I don't really understand it. I can't tell whether that speech was brilliant or total baloney. I understood some of those words, but then... Oh no, did I say baloney? Is that a 1920s word? It's spreading. I think it is like a British word. Like balloony and blimey kind of word. Arian, since you seem so enthusiastic about commenting on everything me here says, why don't we move on to you? What are your friends like? Glad you asked, Uncle Geist. I mostly hang out with a group of incubi and succubi from back home. We like to check out new bars and restaurants on weekends. Sometimes we even put in an appearance at Dimitri's weird speakeasy. You mean there basically is a speakeasy? You're not just using that word to describe normal bars. Well, it is pretty much a normal bar, but everyone calls it the speakeasy because the vampires who work there act all furtive and secretive about it. No one's sure if it's part of an act for the fun of it, or if no one told them it's been perfectly legal to sell alcohol for decades now. Yeah, I guess that was a thing, like it not being legal. Let me drink a little bit. Nah. Nah. The answer to that is a secret. It can be an alright place to hang out sometimes. It's the coolest place. It sounds like an interesting preservation of cultural traditions. Do they have dancing? Of course. We have regular Charleston competitions. Yeah, I've heard those nights. What do you think, Marie? Would you enjoy a big team dance party? Pretty so the small gatherings things. Yes, right, because Jaren doesn't like dancing, and I don't in real life like parties either, really. I prefer smaller gatherings. Like just watching a movie or playing a game at home with a couple friends. Well, that is kinda might be problematic. That sounds much more reasonable than visiting the speakeasy place. Well, I guess if it's between those two, then like that is better for her. But don't you ever go to big parties? Once in a while, maybe for a special occasion? What about going to one of Demi's dance competitions? Dancing in front of a bunch of other people, with all of them judging me, not really my thing. Though you said you were, like, practicing dancing, although dancing can be between two and not like a huge occasion. But dancing is so fun. You shouldn't worry what other people think. Just get out and jump around and have a good time. Doesn't sound too much fun to me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. You seem like a really nice person, but I love to go out to parties and run around and shout. If I'm going to be in a romantic relationship, I want to be with someone who likes doing that too. But I hope we can still be friends. So that's good. And we are down to 3, I guess. Competition for a date with Mary is heating up. Or maybe cooling down, since we have just lost our fire breather. why don't we move on to some more personal questions? It might be a little taboo to bring up on a first date, but if you're getting into a serious relationship, you'll eventually hear about your partner's exes. Kieran, what can you tell us about some of your past experiences with love? Well, not much. Like I said, I don't really date. It seems like a waste of time. But you are hoping to get married one day, aren't you? Yeah, but I don't have many opportunities to meet anyone in my day-to-day life. And going out of my way to try to meet people is so stressful. Yeah, I get that. Makes sense. When I was younger, I once tried Monster Mingle, the dating site for supernatural creatures. But it was so hard trying to figure out what to message people, and the few times that I went out to meet someone in real life, it was just really awkward. Or if you even would get to the messaging part. Like maybe if you're straight or bi, then it's easier, but unless you live in a big city here, it is pretty hopeless. Well, as a gay person, also I guess age also makes a difference. Like if you're in early 20s, then it's probably easier. I spent so much time trying to get things right, and I never came to anything. You should try the new app, Fangler, instead. It's way more fun. Yes, sure, well, you're an incubus, so makes sense. So you gave up? Yeah, I decided to just focus on my work instead, and I tried to forget about dating and relationships, but then Chengyo reminded me how important it is to our family that I get married. I actually kind of hoped our parents could just set me up with someone like in the old days, so I could keep avoiding the whole dating thing. So that is really hit and miss though. Why couldn't they? Our village is pretty small, and a few of the same families have lived there for generations. Pretty much everyone we grew up with is somehow related to us. I know I can be pretty old-fashioned, but the idea of marrying my cousin is a bit too much even for me. Yeah, well, yeah. That makes sense. Well, I suppose we should be glad your arranged marriage plans didn't work out, since now we get to have you on this show. You aren't too unhappy to be here, are you? I was really nervous at first, but I'm having fun now. It's nice getting to know everyone. Well, that's good to hear, said me. How about you? Any serious relationships in your past? I have taken a few billboards out on the town in my time, sure. Billboards? Big timers and choice bits of calico. In other words. But to be honest with you, Uncle Guest, none of them have ever stuck around for the long haul. I can't imagine why. I'll have you know, I was the one who broke things off in most cases. Why's that? Well, it's hard to find a partner as a vampire. We live so long that it can be hard to relate to the young prom traders these days, no matter how hip to the jive we are. And dating other vampires, well, there aren't too many of us, so we tend to get to know each other really well over the years. We kind of have the same problem as Karen. It would be like dating your cousin or something. But you have had some relationships. I think they said something about dating billboards actually. I'm still confused about that one. Well, I am too. Billboards, dolls, big sixes. How is this so hard for you to understand? Trains, vacuum cleaners, ukuleles. Look, I can shout random words too. Yeah, maybe that's what the billboards is about. Like the guy is just like basically like taking posters home and making them their waifu. As I was saying, yes, there were times when I thought about settling down, but something nagged at me every time. I started to feel like the people I was stuck on weren't really too interested in my thoughts or opinions. I wonder why. Maybe they were just after the novelty of dating a vampire. So you're looking for someone who really appreciates you for who you are. But that is a toughie. That's right on the money, Daddy-o. And finally, let's talk to our incubus, Erin. I bet you have plenty of salacious tales about past relationships, right? You bet I do, Uncle Chase. We incubi have a long history of visiting humans in the middle of the night to make the wildest sexual fantasies come true. But only if they want us to, of course. I don't know why so many myths depict us as predators. It's really a harmful stereotype. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of your most interesting encounters? Not in too much graphic detail though. We try to keep this so PG. Yeah, thank you for that. YouTube probably wouldn't like it either if it got too like juicy. Well, I have been around the block a few times. I'll tell you that. I was born a long time ago, and I have even spent the night with some people you might have learned about in history class. Caligula is definitely one of the most memorable ones. That dude really knew how to throw a party. And have you ever heard of Countess Elizabeth Bathory? Not really. Like, I don't know either of these. Wasn't she a serial killer or something? I'm not too sure about that. A lot of it is just rumors, but I do know she was in some weird stuff. That was a good time. What do you think about that, Marie? Do you want a partner who's sexually adventurous like Erin here? Well, pretty sure this will turn Jianren off, and that's not really me. Like, I guess I'm pretty vanilla. Like, asexual, like, probably not. Like, I don't really, to be honest, like sex that much, but I do find people like sexually attractive, so it's kinda like, probably more like vanilla. Like, in a way, it would be tempting to go under the asexual label, but like the textbook definition doesn't really work. But like, sex is kinda meh, like it is kinda grindy. Like, yeah, maybe it can be fun, but it's kinda, I don't know, like hugging and kissing and stuff like that is more fun. I guess I'm more vanilla. I'm not really sure. I mean, that's okay if you're into that stuff, but I don't think I am. I tried a bit of bondage once, and it was just weird and uncomfortable. Really? You don't even like a little light bondage? What about... Remember what I said about graphic details, Erin? Yeah, like maybe light one, but nothing like too intense. It's not that I don't like sex or anything I do. I just don't feel like I need to add anything extra to it, I guess. Sorry, but sexual compatibility is really important to me in a relationship, and I don't think we have it. I guess Aaron doesn't, he isn't going to. Damn, I can't think of an incubus pun. Yeah, I can't really think either. Like, it is kind of tricky. Like, maybe something really lame, like, well, I guess he's going to take an incubus home. So you're just going to give up the ghost? Well, you're better at my job than I am. Maybe you should be the next host of DemiDato. Seriously, do you want the job? I'll see what I can do. Well, we are down to only 2 contestants for Mari's heart. The pressure is on, and we are about to turn it up even more with the skill testing challenge. Speed Dato. That is like Ridge Racer, I guess. Hopefully not as disappointing. Stay tuned for the thrilling return of DemiDato after these messages. Game of Bones, the final season. Yeah, sure. Welcome back. It's time for the speed data round. Talk fast. Hopefully it doesn't need to be actually fast, like it is kind of hard to narrate it then. On the speed data round, we test Mari's knowledge of the remaining contestants to see how much she's learned about her potential lovers. And don't take too long trying to think up an answer to the questions because the clock is ticking. Of course, speed data is just for fun. It's unlikely to really affect our contestants' opinions of you. So don't worry if you get a lot of answers wrong. No one is judging you. Well, except me and the live audience and the live studio audience and thousands of people watching this episode every time it's replayed on TV for years to come. I kinda doubt it's going to be thousands of people. Like, maybe if I give this streaming thing like 30 years or something. At this rate. Cool. But no pressure, seriously, it's fun. Now without further ado, it's time for speed data. Stag night it isn't. Well, I'll drink before that so that I don't have to drink during it if it's actually fast paced somehow. Nah, let's go. Stag night. Do I have to answer questions about bachelor parties. No, it's just that Kirin's are partier, and maybe there are stags and vampires. It's just what the game is called, okay? It is. She is a Kirin. Well, deer is close enough, I guess. Like it is half right. Okay, whatever. On with the questions. Up first, a set of questions about Dimitri. What is Dimi's favorite dance? What is the most wrong thing I could go for? Or waltz, I guess. Incorrect. It's Charleston thingy, but what is Dimi's favorite place to hang out with their friends? Their mom's basement? What is Mi's favorite 1920s slang word or phrase? Oh, this is wrong. What a hotsy-totsy quest. Really, I can't choose. They are all correct. Okay. Moving on. What does me mean when they mention a choose point? Well, this is probably wrong. Incorrect. What does me mean when they call Aaron Father Time? Well, probably this is the right one. This is definitely not it. What is Mi's favorite kind of alcoholic beverage? I'll have you know I only drink the finest bootleg liquors. Yeah, thought so. Those must be hard to find considering that prohibition ended in 1933. What? Let's move right along, shall we? Next question. What name is me short for? What is it? Probably just his choice. Nothing. Me just made it up. Which author published a short story in 1819 that had a huge influence on modern fictional depictions of vampires? Actually, I have no idea, but probably this is wrong. Wait, that is right. Okay. In what historical decade did me first become a vampire? This is really wrong. See, a lot of people assume that because of the ducky way I talk, but I have actually been around a lot longer. The 1920s were just the keenest party I have ever been to, my dudes. And that was when you stopped keeping track of time, I get that. What is Gage's favorite part of hosting DemiDato? Yeah, it is like that old. And having the same events every single week. Trying to come up with new puns all the time, meeting so many wacky characters. The ever-present headache from the audience's hearing. Gosh, I mean, how could I possibly choose? I'm sure you can all see how much I love all of these things so much. And now we'll go to a set of questions about your second eligible monster, Kieran. Which of the following is most important to Kieran? But these are probably both, right? Maybe this one. Okay, not then. Which of Kieran's family members is he closest to? Well, this was brother. Correct? Who is Sharon's biggest celebrity crush? Oh, that is impossible to know. Well, let's go for Taylor Swift. What case? How do you know what I have a crush on? What case? I have a crush on one of those celebrities. There were a lot of personal questions on our application forms for the show, but I don't remember answering anything like that. We put a lot of effort into researching our contestants for DemiDato. Let's move along to the next question. When written in Hanji, what does children's name mean? I have no idea. Maybe beautiful? Okay. In East Asian mythology, when do Koreans traditionally appear? I have no idea about this either. Surely it's not this. Let's go for this. Oh, I guess not. What has been the most embarrassing moment in Tiara's life to date? Going to school without pants, falling on her face during a school assembly, forgetting all her lines in a play, getting sick and throwing up at the fancy party. Well, this is probably wrong, but well. Okay, something really weird is going on. Did I get it right? I'm not going to tell you, but one of those did really happen, yeah? Jace, how do you know all these things? Don't look at me, I'm just a host. Research isn't my department. When do normally peaceful Koreans believe violence is justified? I have no idea about this either. Let's go for never. Well, I guess not. What other creature appears with a Korean on some Chinese coins? Dragon? No. What is Jiren's biggest sexual fantasy? Nope. We are not doing this one. What the hell, Jace? You need to tell me where you're getting this. Oh, alright. The speed data interns probably interviewed some of your relatives and childhood friends for more material. I guess they decided to tease you a bit. That still doesn't explain everything. I guess Chengyong might be able to guess at my celebrity crushes, and a lot of people were there when I were there for the embarrassing incident. But what about the last question? I have never told anyone anything like that. It's possible they put that one in knowing you would interrupt because they think it's funny. We can't really show the answer to questions like that on TV anyway. These interns should sound like terrible people. I can never decide whether they are terrible or hilarious. Whatever, let's just do the last question. How long is Jace's contract with the network that produces DemiDato? Oh, I guess they are all the same. Yes, correct, they are all correct. Bummer. It's over. That was kind of stressful. I got like everything wrong. It is. Congratulations on completing speed data. Mari, you're lucky this isn't school because your speed data credits Certainly not a pass. However, the School of Love is very lenient, so you'll progress to the next round anyway. I wasn't prepared to pop quiz, okay? Well, the vampire guy's questions like you can kinda answer, but Kieran's questions are like, well, pretty impossible. Thank you goodness that's over. I don't know if I'd be able to handle any more rapid fire questions. Some of them were pretty hard. But lucky for you, it's almost time to slow things down with your remaining two love interests. DemiDato will be back with Honesty Hour after these messages. Yeah, don't call it, I guess. We are back with DemiDato. Glad you had that time to think, Marie. Sure. Now that you have narrowed things down and gotten to know your options, it's time for Honesty Hour, where we discuss the potential problems your relationships might have. We are going to do that for an hour. Good heavens, no. This whole show is only 47 minutes. That's very specific. It's just that Honesty Hour has nice alliteration. Got it? So why don't you go first, Marie? Are you willing to admit to any personality flaws that might cause trouble in paradise? I don't know if any of these really work. Well, I have no idea. Like maybe Jaren would like this in a way, but I don't know. Well, let's try this first. I can be kind of clingy, I guess. When I'm dating someone, I like to talk to them a lot and find out what they are up to all the time. Not because I want to keep tabs on them or anything, I just like to keep in contact throughout the day, but some people get really uncomfortable with that. Oh, that's going to be yikesy. I have to admit, I'm one of the people who would find that a bit irritating. I like to keep an air of mystery about myself. And that's fine. It's just something that might be a problem with someone like me trying to have a relationship with someone like you. Well, that and a lot of other things, probably. Yes, thank you, Mari. I believe we were discussing your problems. Sorry, I was just thinking like, can I go see when? Now let's explore what issues you might have with the other contestants quickly. Oh, this is probably yikesy for Jaren because she probably likes privacy. How about you go first, Jaren? Anything you might want to warn potential partners about? Well, I hate to sound disrespectful of them, but I think Mari might want to prepare in advance for meeting my family. I love them, but they can come across as overbearing to people outside our community. Koreans follow strict codes of conduct, and we are very concerned with honoring our ancestors and carrying on the family name. For one thing, every time we see my family, they will probably ask if we are planning to have kids yet. Yeah, that might be a little awkward. You'll never have that problem with me, baby. I became a vampire over a century ago, so my human family members are long dead. Really, that's kinda sad. Well, sure, I miss them sometimes, but it's been ages since then. You gotta get a wiggle, gotta get a wiggle on eventually. Besides, my close friends in the vampire community are like my family these days. Sounds like it would be important for Marie to get along with all your friends then. Do you think that might be a problem? Well, some of them can be a little judgmental when one of us first starts bringing a new Sheikh or Shiba around. But we are just protective of each other is all. How to make sure no one's stepping out with a low-life lollygagger, you know? No, I'm not totally sure I do. They are the eel's hips. Once you get to know them though, like my best friend Victoria, what an egg. Always hoofing and hopping in her glad rags. Why, one time she got so splifficated when we got streeted from the speakeasy. Why isn't Victoria not like one of the options? Why doesn't have to be this guy? Ha ha ha, good times. I guess everyone has a friend like that, right? I can't answer that because I have no idea what you're saying. What about you, Jiren? Does anyone in your family like to flush the floor once in a while? Or are they all a bunch of high hats? Excuse me? Are you asking me if any members of my family would ever cause such a ruckus that they would be ejected from a bar? That's what you and your friends did, right? Yeah, hello there. Hey, don't cast a kitten, sweetheart. I'm just asking if any of you ever have any fun. We have fun doing things like reading and playing board games, and occasionally attending subdued parties on special occasions. I would never associate myself with drunks like you apparently do. Well, like board games are good time, so I'm on board with that. You got a problem with my friends, Miss Grundy. Let's all calm down here. This seems like a bit of a misunderstanding, Mitri. You didn't mean to imply anything untoward about Jaren's family, right? And Jaren, you don't mean to insult Mitri's friends? Kinda, I think she did intend. You're right, I'm sorry. It's just hard for me to imagine being part of a social group like Dimitri's. It's not my thing, and besides, my family would never allow it. Hey, I told you, goofs, the name's me, but I'm sorry for harassing you, Jaren. I guess we just have different ideas about how to have a good time. We certainly do. My brother, Jingyo, always taught me to be very careful about drinking in moderation. Imagine if someone important saw you making a fool of yourself in public. Like one of your elders or even your boss. I don't worry about that myself. Everyone needs to let loose once in a while. The kind of blue nose who would judge me for that isn't someone I want in my life. What do you think, Marie? Do you worry at all about your reputation? No, I actively sabotage my reputation at every chance I get. No, I live how you want to. Yes, I always try to act responsibly, but this is kinda me too, but This is probably what Sharon wants to hear. I can see Sharon's point. Sure, I like to have a couple drinks once in a while, but I never overdo it. Not only because someone might see you acting stupid, but because you might end up saying things you regret later, or causing an accident, or hurting yourself or other people. Yeah. Sounds sensible to me. One time my cousin burned herself really badly because she thought it was a good idea to try drunk baking. I don't want anything like that to happen to me. Like, what is drunk baking? Like, how is that a thing? Like, nothing about that like sounds like a good idea. Like, baking is up to a point, like a matter of being precise with what you do. Or like, if you're precise, like you guarantee success, like you can also do it kinda like, well, with like, well, winging it basically. But like, being drunk is probably pretty bad for winging it when it comes to baking, so I'm glad you agree. I know my family would hate for me to marry someone who would go out and act like a fool. Like, the thing is, I don't see the appeal of acting like a fool. I can't believe you two. I mean, it's fine if you don't want to spend every night at the gin mill. Not everyone can be live wire like Victoria and me, but not even once in a while. You absolutely never get jostled. If jostled means drunks, then no, I'm not really into that. I'm not into drinking at all. Me neither. Rats. What a waste of my time this has been. Somebody call me a dimbox. It's time for me to scram. Oh, good luck, dimbox, I guess. Okay, we managed to get a girl at least. Somebody call this vampire a dimbox. I mean a taxi, I think. Oh, that's what it meant. I thought he was saying like, well, call me a loser or something, basically. Uh-oh, does that mean I'm the only one left now? Or you can still bail? It looks like it. It means that as long as you both agree, you and Mary could leave our studio together for a lovely first date. Complete with a $20 discount at the local 5-star restaurant, just changeling. Compliments of your friends at DemiDato. Well, that's generous, yeah. Yeah, maybe that is like 10% or something. Probably not, like it might be more given 5 stars. I don't know. I haven't been to a 5-star restaurant, so I don't really know. Like for pizza, this would be good because it would be entirely free. Well, almost entirely, I guess. Depends on like, if you get one pizza, it is free at least. Just changeling. You never know what you're going to get, but it's always delicious. Wow, a date. Do you want to go on a date, Sharon? Because we don't have to if... No, I do want to go out with you. I mean, I really like you. I'm just nervous, I guess. Like I said before, I don't have much experience. Well, that's okay. To be honest, I'm a little nervous too. First dates are always nerve-wracking. One of our contestants once got so freaked out, they threw up all over the stage. Yeah. Well, at least I'm not that bad, but is it okay if I kind of want to take things slowly? Sounds good to me. I have really loved getting to know you tonight, and I can definitely imagine getting serious in the future, but I'm also, well, I guess I'm kind of shy. Well, I don't know like if shy is the right word, but I'm introverted. Well, going slow works. Of course, that's okay, Sharon. I totally understand. Well, in that case, let's get out of here. Don't forget your Just Changeling coupon. Actually, how about we skip the big fancy restaurant and just go for a walk in the park? Sounds good. Yeah, it is probably a good way to start. Well, whatever, suit yourselves. Maybe you can take the coupon and like go there later, like when it is the right time. For those at home, you can still use a promo code at checkout for any takeout orders. I can't remember what it is though, so just try some stuff until it works. Yeah, that's going to help for sure. Come back next week. I'll be here. No, that was that, I guess. It was pretty entertaining. And I guess like because like like there are a lot of like characters you can romance and all this playthrough probably gives you the idea like what to not do if you want like a specific character. So well, you can grab this game from the Queer Halloween Stories bundle along with a lot of other games. Like there is only like one day left to grab it, so well, if you're in the spooky games for queer people, give it a try, I guess. Like you can get the like cheaper version for only $10. And like there are several more games that I would have liked to play, but sadly I couldn't afford the bundle until like very recently. So well, I'll still be playing one more game from the bundle tomorrow at the same time, well, same hour as when this stream started. So well, I guess that is that. Oh. Well, it was a fun one. Kinda surprised that like well, so many of the girls like bailed out in the beginning. Yeah, it's probably more fun. Like I remember like when I was younger, like I saw like some like dating shows on TV. Well, Finnish TV, and they were like super awkward looking. Like well, like the gay part aside, like even if I had been straight, like I would have just been like, if somebody had like basically signed me up for those shows, I would have been like, nope, not going to happen. Like they were really stressful looking, but this one was fun. So well, thank you for watching, and if you have time, see you tomorrow, and well, the watch will be there if you want to watch later. It was fun time. So see you. Bye bye.